Dear cadets, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome you all at my online class. This is Maqsudur Rahman, lecturer in chemistry, Borishal Cadet College, Borishal. Considering prevailing situation, Borishal Cadet College is providing necessary academic guidelines and short lecture on specific link periodically. It is very necessary to keep yourself along with your family members inside home for avoiding the running pandemic COVID-19. So you can see when acid and base react with each other, it forms salt. So you can guess what will be the today's topic. Yes, you are absolutely right. Today's topic is acid, base and salt. And this is the second session of this chapter for class 8. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the chemical properties of acids and bases. You can also define salts and appreciate the uses of salts in our life. And you can also define indicators. So now, chemical properties of acids. In my previous lecture, I discussed about the definition of acid, definition of bases, physical properties of acid and bases. So today, I am going to discuss about chemical properties of acids. First one is with metals. That means when acid react with metals. When acid react with metal, it gives hydrogen gas and form a salt. For example, you can see here magnesium when react with sulfuric acid, we get magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. And also if magnesium react with hydrochloric acid, we get magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. I said another two example for your better understanding. For example, when sodium react with hydrochloric acid, we get sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. And when zinc react with hydrochloric acid, we get zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. In these four chemical reaction, you can see that when any metal react with any acid, it forms salt and hydrogen gas. So we can say that when acid react with metals, it forms salt and hydrogen gas. So when acid react with bases, what is bases? Previously I said that metal oxide and metal hydroxide are known as bases. For example, sodium oxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. bases. So when acid react with bases, it forms salt and water. And this reaction is called neutralization reaction. So what is neutralization reaction? When acid and base react with each other and form salt and water, and this reaction is called neutralization reactions. So here is an example. When sulfuric acid react with copper oxide, this is a base, it forms salt, copper sulfate and water molecule. Another example, when sulfuric acid react with potassium hydroxide, we get potassium sulfate and water molecule. So we can say that when acid react with a base, it forms salt and water. And this is known as neutralization reactions. So what is neutralization reactions? When acid and base react with each other and form salt and water, this reaction is called neutralization reactions. Now, when acid react with metal carbonates or metal bicarbonates, what we get? When acid react with metal carbonates or metal bicarbonates, it produces salt, water and carbon dioxide. For example, calcium carbonate when react with acid, it produces calcium chloride, that means salt, water and carbon dioxide gas. Another two examples, when sodium carbonate react with sulfuric acid, we get sodium sulfate, water and carbon dioxide. The sodium bicarbonate when react with acid, it produces sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. So in this above three chemical reactions, we can see that when metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate react with any acid, it produces salt, water and carbon dioxide molecules. So when acid react with any carbonate or bicarbonate compounds, it must produce carbon dioxide gas. So if I summarize the chemical properties of the acid, acid react with metal and it forms salt and hydrogen gas. For example, when sulfuric acid react with metal, it gives salt and hydrogen gas. When acid react with base or alkali, it produces salt and water. This is neutralization reactions. I said again, this is neutralization reactions. When acid and base react with each other, it forms salt and water. Example is when sulfuric acid react with potassium hydroxide, that means base, it produces potassium sulfate and water. This is an example of neutralization reactions. Another one is when acid react with carbonate or bicarbonate, it produces salt, water and carbon dioxide. Example, when acid, that means hydrochloric acid, react with the carbonate, calcium carbonate, it produces salt, that means calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. So now what is salt? When hydrogen ion of an acid is replaced by metal or metal-like radical. What is radical? A radical is a group of atoms which act like a single ion. So when hydrogen ion of an acid is replaced by a metal ion or metal-like radical, the resulting substance is called a salt, and this process is called solidification. So here is an example. When sulfuric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide, we get sodium sulfate and water. Here you can see that this hydrogen of sulfuric acid is replaced by metal, that means sodium, and we get sodium sulfate. I said again, this hydrogen of sulfuric acid is replaced by sodium and we get sodium sulfate. So this is the salt. So we can say that the hydrogen or proton of acid, when replaced by a metal or metal-like radical, the resulting substance is called salt. Here are more examples of salt. For example, when hydrochloric acid react with sodium hydroxide, we get sodium chloride and water. Sodium chloride is a salt. Sulfuric acid react with potassium hydroxide, we get potassium sulfate and water. Potassium sulfate is a salt. When magnesium oxide react with hydrochloric acid, we get magnesium chloride and water. Here magnesium chloride is a salt. Again, when iron react with sulfuric acid, we get ferrous sulfate and hydrogen gas. So ferrous sulfate is a salt. That means we can say that when an acid react with a base or carbonate or a metal, the resulting substance is called salt. Here are some examples of salt: the nickel sulfate, calcium nitrate, cobalt nitrate, manganese sulfate, copper sulfate, chromium potassium sulfate. These are the examples of some salts. Now, uses of salts. Here you can see that ammonium chloride is used in torch batteries. Ammonium nitrate, it is used in fertilizers. Calcium chloride, we use it as drying agent. Iron sulfate, we use it as iron tablet. Magnesium sulfate, we use in medicine. Potassium nitrate in gunpowder. Silver bromide in photography. Sodium chloride making sodium hydroxide, and sodium stearate is used in making soap. So now, change of litmus paper. If we take some table salt in a beaker containing water and stir it thoroughly with a stir, and now using the forceps, first dip the blue litmus paper and then red litmus paper in the salt solution. So do you find any change in color of the litmus paper? No, you didn't find any change of the color of the litmus paper. Why? Because the reason is that there is no acid or bases in the solution. If there was acid, the blue litmus paper would turn into red, and if there was any base, the red litmus paper would turn into blue. As this solution is a salt and it is produced from the reaction of sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid, that means strong acid and strong base, this salt is a neutral substance. As it is a neutral substance, therefore it is neither acidic nor alkaline, and therefore do not change the color of litmus paper. So litmus paper indicate either a substance is acidic, basic or neutral. So if we can say indicator is a substance that identify a substance is acidic, basic or neutral. by changing its color. So like litmus paper, methyl orange, phenolphthalein, methyl red, all are these indicators. They can be used to identify whether an unknown material is acidic, basic, or neutral. Here are some examples. For example, phenolphthalein. In acidic medium, it is colorless, but in case of basic medium, it is pink. Methyl orange. In acidic medium, it is red in color, and in basic medium, it is yellow in color. In case of methyl red, in acidic medium, it is red in color, and in basic solution, it is green. Blue litmus paper, in acidic medium, it is red, and in basic medium, it is blue. And red litmus paper, in acidic medium, it is blue, and in basic medium, it is red. So indicator indicates either a substance acidic, basic, or neutral by changing its color in acidic solution or in basic solution. So if I summarize today's lesson, after this lesson, we know about chemical properties of acids, chemical properties of bases, salts and its uses, and indicators. So if you have any question, please write it in comment box. Here is a home task for you. For example, Monica put lime in water in a pot. She observed that the pot has become hot. She also marked that when she was taking some lime from the pot, the lime water turned cloudy due to her breath reaching the lime water. So first question is, what is alkali? Why is phenolphthalein used in acid-base reaction? Why the lime water turned cloudy? Explain the fact that the resulting compound responsible for making solution cloudy shows the properties of both an alkali and base. So thank you very much for your participation. I want to say you that again, you must stay at home, make your family members conscious about novel coronavirus COVID-19. Stay safe, continue your study, and make the best use of your time. So thank you very much.